right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our video on the coordinate plane. And this is something we did touch base with in school just before we kind of had to start this digital learning. So coordinate planes are two axes that create quadrants. In fifth grade, we are going to just be focusing on quadrant one, which is all positive numbers. So towards the end of this kind of little mini unit on coordinates, I'll show you the coordinates, the quadrants that are coming later on in sixth, seventh, and beyond. All right. So the coordinates are based off a number line system that start at a 0 point. All right. And this is what we call the origin. Okay. This is, think about the sun. All right. The sun has rays coming off it, but they all originate at the sun. So origin. We have a line that comes off of that going on forever and ever and ever. Vertically, that is called the y-axis, okay? And I should put a little dash in there, it's not y-axis, y-axis. And then we have a horizontal line going on forever and ever and ever called the can't spell, axis. And they were given those terms just based on mathematicians, y and x. It could have been anything, all right? But it does make a difference when we do graph these coordinates, okay? And the coordinate system basically gives us a way to place things, to map things. The biggest coordinate plane is one that covers our Earth called latitude and longitude. If you look at a globe or a map, you will see basically these blocks, these graph-like paper coordinate plane laid over the entire Earth. Obviously, those lines do not exist in real life. It's something what we have used for centuries to help us find out where things are on our globe. If you've ever played Battleship, a classic game where you have to say, B6, that is something that basically is based off the entire coordinate system. So if you think that one of their battleships is hiding at B6, it's a very simple way to check that. And if you have a ship there, you say hit. If not, you say miss. And that's basically all this is. All right. So coordinates are basically what we call ordered pairs. Okay. So when we look at these, when we look at this kind of quadrant here of the x and y axis, we label our numbers because remember, these are number lines, okay? And when we label them, it creates coordinates that we can, I'll put a 7 in there for fun, can orderly put somewhere on this graph. Okay, now ordered pair means exactly what it says, order, and order matters. Okay, so if I say my house is right here, and once again, let's say that this is streets, streets, a lot of streets, if you look at a map, an aerial map of especially Manhattan, it's a grid system. We call them blocks. All right, you go up 2 blocks, take a left. All right, a lot of newer communities and a lot of places they build it in a grid formation. So if my house is right there, all right, and I told you here's the map, I live on what block corner? All right. Well, if you don't remember the order, here's a quick tip. What comes first in the alphabet? X, then Y. So the X coordinate always comes first. X always comes first. So what does that mean? Well, I need to go to my X axis and find out how many I need to go over first. So I first need to go over to 5. There's my X coordinate. I then need to go up to what? 4. There is the ordered pair for my house, 5, 4. Now, again, order matters. If you were to say, oh, I live 4, 5, remember, if the person is following the rules, which is X axis first, they would go here, all right, 4, and then go up to 5. And they would not be on your front doorstep, okay? They wouldn't be far off, but they would not be there, okay? So remember, order matters, all right? If your house is here, you got to make sure you're getting that person to the house by giving them the correct ordered pair, all right? So just a quick little shortcut. Remember, in 5th grade, all right, I'm going to tell you, I said I'd tell you this at the end of the video. Remember, in the real world, there are 4 quadrants. We have negative numbers over here. We have negative numbers over here. And this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Okay? So once again, here's where 5th grade lives, right here. That quadrant, which is right here, okay? See how it's that upper right corner, okay? That's what we are doing. That's all you have to worry about in 5th grade. In 6th grade, it's kind of like like a video game, you will unlock these other quadrants, okay? And you'll have negative numbers here. And if you remember the Super Bowl squares we did, or the Super Bowl graph we did, you hopefully remember that, all right? So you'll have negative numbers going down, negative numbers going left. But in 5th grade, this is all you need to worry about, all right? So that can lead itself to an easier way to remember what comes first. Remember, the tip is X comes before Y in the alphabet, okay? And here's another way that only works in 5th grade, because after this, it'll be tough. But you can say over, then up. So your first, which is your X, number will always move you over, okay? Your first number will always move you over. Your second number will always move you up. That works in 5th grade. In 6th grade, think about it, over could mean left or right. But in 5th grade, you only have to worry about moving over and then up somewhere, okay? Now, one thing that I want to give you a little hint about that you're going to see, it's a little bit of a sneaky trap they like to put. What if my coordinates were 0, 3? Okay, how far do I go over on the x-axis? I don't go over anything. I just stay at 0. Okay, this origin is 0, 0. Okay, so I go over 0, so I stay right there, and I go up 3. So this person's house is right there. And the same thing works if we reverse this. 3, 0. Once again, I go over 3 because that's my first x-axis coordinate. And then guess what? I go up nothing. So this person's house, lives right there. Okay? That's the only kind of thing that you need to worry about when it comes to those zeros. Right? Remember, that means you just don't go anywhere on that axis. You just stay put right at the, once again, origin. And once again, origin is 0, 0. All right. Well, that was a quick little rundown of our ordered pairs. Today's a very simple thing on our IXL link. Please take a look at this video, and if you still have questions, I will be more than happy to help. So that is all I got. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye-bye.